Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to the Joy Channel podcast, where we cultivate more love and joy in our lives through self development and shifting perspectives. That has been my intro for the last 7 years. And honestly, what I've been focusing more on lately is law of assumption. So, what I assume to be true is true because reality is infinite and it's my consciousness that steers. I heard someone say the other day that we're not experiencing the 3D, we're experiencing our beliefs. Whatever we believe to be true is what our experience is. And think of that. There could be an empty room and someone could walk into it and they could be like, oh my God, there's terrible energy in here because they're tuned to pick up terrible energy and they're choosing that versus someone else could walk in there and be like, oh my God, this is the best room ever. Or walk in to the room and be like, this room is neutral. It is us as the receivers, the believers, the choosers, the free will havers who choose what we interact with. And speaking of having free will, let's talk about everyone as you pushed out. So EIYPO is a concept in law of assumption that is really rad. And you're already using it all the time, but you don't realize it. So everyone is you pushed out. Reality is infinite. There are infinite versions of a person that you could interact with. And as such, you keep selecting people unconsciously, usually. But if you're not aware of everyone as you pushed out, you're definitely selecting them based off of unconsciousness. Now that you know about everyone as you pushed out, though, I encourage you to use this because it's really, really fun. So if I'm interacting with a version of a person and let's just say I had a story about people, men being angry or something. So then I would meet people and then they would prove that to me. That actually wasn't my story, but it's an example. So men being angry, that's a story, right? And then so you have an assumption, oh, men are going to be angry. So then anytime a man would then act like any slight way that you could use to prove yourself that story, you will use it because your brain is filtering it. Your reticular activating system is simply filtering information to be like, yep, got that. Yep, got that. Yep, got that. And then it makes it stronger. And then you prove yourself right. And that is manifestation. Reality is infinite. So if you have same situation, same person, but someone has a story of like, wow, this person's really amazing and wonderful, they're going to be filtering in the amazing and wonderful things they do are like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And that slight little whatever they wouldn't have even filtered for. So it really depends on you and what you're filtering for. And that being said, too, like, have you ever had this happen where you have a story about someone and you think they're an a-hole? And then so every little thing they do pisses you off. That's you. The call is coming from inside the house. You get to change your assumption about that person, change the story about them. They're always perfect. They're always showing up perfectly. I've done this now. So I've been using everyone as pushed out for like the last few years. I've done this so many times, so many times. And I know that if I ever encounter issues with someone in person, it's because of me. The call is coming from inside the house. I had a story. I had an unchecked assumption. I had some bullshit going on in the background. And that is why I got faced with bullshit in my life. Like someone, just any nonsense you can imagine. I take responsibility for the reality that I tune into because I'm the one steering my ship. That doesn't mean blame. That doesn't mean I take it personal. I just say, okay, information. Great. It's telling me how to steer, telling me how to steer, also telling me about myself. Like, what do I love? And also, what do I tolerate? How do I shift that? So, how I shift it in real time, let's say someone comes up to you, something happens that you don't like, they say something to you that you don't like, you notice something within you. Okay, great. Let's go into your mind and revise it. Actually, no, they said this. Actually, no, they said this. And then change it in your mind. And the thing is, it's going to change in the outside. If there's this, so I've done this before, like if people were screaming in my face, remove yourself from the situation. Don't engage with it, right? You don't have to fight. If you're fighting in here, you're engaged in the reality where they're being that way, and you're also being that way. Take yourself away. I would put myself and I would just imagine, oh, whatever they need to realize, they realized, or revise the situation whatever way. Oh, okay, yeah, they're gonna apologize, or they're gonna say this, they're gonna say that, and then just let them come to you. Relax, let it go. Just know, okay, it's done. You imagined it as many times as you want, maybe like three, four times, however much feels good for you. You'll know. You will know because it'll feel good. And then just let it go and go about your day. If the old story comes up at all, someone comes up doing the same thing, nope, go into your mind palace. You're just changing the story. You're changing the story. You're changing the story, stored energy. You have the option, you have the choice, you have the power. You have the power. So let yourself let that go. We'll do this with this way too. Like, for example, if you were ever living in a place and someone you didn't want to be living there was living there, then you would just be like, oh my God, you know what? They're so happy living somewhere else. Oh my God, they moved somewhere else. They're so happy now. Oh my God, I'm in my perfect housing situation. I love where I'm living. Oh my God, they moved. Oh my God, that's wonderful. Let's do another example. Someone's mad at you, or you perceive that someone's mad at you. Maybe they told you they hate you, whatever. No, no, they didn't. Change it within here. Change it within here. Actually, they love me. What that's going to do is you're activating that version of them. And if you're like, oh, that whatever your free will, hear this, your free will is your ability to tune into whatever iteration of the infinite iterations of reality there exist. That means every single person you interact with, it is your free will to tune into the version of them that you prefer. Otherwise, you're saying like, oh, well, they have the free will to be an asshole. That's you using your free will to say, be an asshole. You're using your will to make them be an asshole in your reality to have something to react to so that you could get to this point, find me, and I could remind you, don't do that. If you don't want to, don't do that. If you like, fighting still, great. You have the ability to do that. Now shift it, let it be different, and give yourself what you want. So you're amazing. You're beautiful. I think that's enough for now. Go practice everyone as you pushed out. Start with like, you'll notice if you do affirmations that this happens too. When people start reflecting your affirmations back to you, like if you start saying, I'm so magnetic, and then people are like, you're so magnetic. So it's going to happen very, very quickly and easily. Just keep flipping the story and it'll happen. And don't get into arguments saying, like, well, they're this way, they're that way, they always do this. That's you manifesting the other version. So clean slate, clean energy, you're the best. And catch you on the flip side. Hi, my beautiful friends. Just a little insert here. I released a course. It is called Create Your Reality, and it is teaching you to architect your life. It is taking you through all the different areas of life to choose your mindset in it and give you the embodiment to actually bring it through and be that version of you, be that person that you've always wanted to be. So check out Create Your Reality. The link is below. And I look forward to all your beautiful results. This process is neuroscience based and holistically beneficial for your mind, your body, your spirit. It's the one I've been using for years and the one I use with my clients. And now I've made it an on-demand course so that you can use it whenever, wherever you want. Shift your reality. Create a life you love. Thank you. Thank you so much for liking, following, sharing the show, for commenting, for posting about it on your social media and tagging us at Joy Channel Podcast. Thank you so much for the love and support over the years. And thank you so much to everyone new in the audience. I really, truly appreciate you.